Good evening and welcome to VicMania Thursday Night Racing. Tonight we are at Indianapolis. The rules for tonight are the standard practice and qualifying and then a 65-minute race with no required pit stop and refueling specifically banned. It was a wet qualifying, and as we look at the top 15 here, pole position went to Phil Hamilton with a 1:41 flat, his first ever pole position in VicMania. Lights out and away we go. A slow start for Hamilton gave Joslin first position almost immediately, and Tunks challenging Hamilton into turn 1 as well. Contact between Tunks and Hamilton saw Hamilton definitely lose a position, though he did try to challenge through turns 3 and 4. It was a generally clean start to the race until contact was made between Skinny Luke and Cupo going into turn 5. Vinny overtook Jared Ing, and Trev McMillan overtook Ben Fletcher in almost directly unison moves around the outside of turn 7, down the back straight, and then having the inside run to the tight left-hander. Reynolds had a peek on Eagles going into the last set of corners, but thought better of it in the wet. Joslin commanded a 2-second lead going into the second lap, however Eagles touched the wall on the back straight, and this allowed Reynolds to get the run down on him to turn 1. Trev McMillan got a good run of Jared in down into turn 1 as well. Jared obviously struggling with the BMW in the wet. He wasn't the only BMW struggling in the wet. Kyle Douglas getting it wrong on the exit of the final corner. Wells also hit the concrete on the exit of the final corner, giving Vinny the run into turn 1. However, both drivers fought it hard through turns 1 and 2, and Christian Wells would retain the position. Up ahead, Hamilton made a not-so-rare braking zone error and ran off into the grass across turns 1 and 2. McMillan had suffered a network error which had dropped him back behind Fletcher. In the third lap, Jared Inn made a mistake at the end of the back straight, and this allowed pretty much everyone behind him to get past. Eagles suffered some oversteer on the exit of turn 6, and this dropped him back 2 positions. The following lap he would fall back even further with this error. Skinny Luke was gradually making his way back up the order as well. There was a dicey moment in the battle for 8th on the 6th lap. Which got even more dicey. And a couple of seconds later, two laps later, Fletcher ran wide, allowing McMillan to make the pass cleanly. A couple of seconds later, Robbins and Ing were battling it out in the exact same place. Kyle Douglas was really struggling for traction down at the back. After this incident, he elected to DNF. Jared got the position back at the same corner the following lap. Will Pay lost a position each at the final chicane on 2 consecutive laps. Heckinger made an error which allowed Sanders, his Oz team friend, to get past. Robbins got past Heckinger at his favourite corner. With Reynolds running wide at turn 1, Skinny Luke performed a double overtake on him and Vinny. The biggest incident of the race happened as Reynolds missed his braking point inside Skinny Luke's spray. At this point, the top 3 were well spread out. Joslin holding an 8-second lead over Tunks, who had a 4.5-second lead over Hamilton. Everyone was hunting for water as the sun came out, but not Icarus. The AM class leader was closing in fast on Christian Wells. As the rain came back, Wells pulled away from Icarus, but not for long, as he made an error into the final chicane. Skinny Luke was driving the socks off his McLaren, closing in rapidly on Hamilton. He could smell that last podium position. Under pressure from behind, Hamilton made a mistake into the final chicane, allowing his Batman teammate Skinny Luke past him. It wasn't without some accidental contact though. Hamilton redressed immediately. Robbins made a near identical error at the same corner. In the die-in laps, Eagles, McMillan and Cooper were having their own little 3-way battle. The reigning champion Vinny was applying intense pressure to Hamilton, who just wasn't up to the task, making the same error at the final chicane that he did against Skinny Luke. Cupo got past McMillan in similar fashion. However, he ran wide the following lap and lost the position back. Christian Wills had some sort of network issue, which sent him into the wall. Joslin took the flag, winning by 12 seconds over Tunks with a very undisturbed race. Robbins and Heckinger battled all the way to the flag. Looking to the results, first, second and third in Pro were Joslin, Tunks and Skinny Luke, and then first, second and third in Am were Icarus up in 6th overall, then down to Ben Fletcher and Minnie Sanders. Looking to the Drivers' Championship, Joslin now takes first position in the championship with a 4-point lead over Skinny Luke. The top 3 are well clear of the rest, with 21 points separated the next 4 drivers. In the Manufacturers' Championship, Ferrari still holds a narrow lead over Porsche, and then down in 4th position, Aston Martin and BMW are duking it out quite narrowly. In the Teams' Championship, with 1 round left, Pro M4 looks untouchable. Thanks for joining me on this action-packed race. We have one more round, and that is in Misano next week.